at the scoreboard. He said 1 quarter doesn't win you a flag. He said you've got 3 to go. He wanted the players to relax during that break, and he commended Johnny Cousins and Dave Cousins for their inspirational play throughout the first quarter. Over at Werribee Centrals, I just got there as they were breaking up. He said a few of them weren't tuned in that quarter. He said you've got to tune yourself in very quickly or it'll get away from you. And he said we've got to start running. He said, and make sure that you've got a backup, that you're backing up the player with the ball.
Okay, thanks very much. Special comments there from our groundsman, Barry Walker. And interesting to say, because we mentioned in that first quarter how that the Corio side were running the ball. Wilson's obviously wants Werribee to do the same thing.
Yeah, well, they both Corio and Werribee play the same type of game. They both run the ball through midfield, so Corio did it a little bit better in that first quarter.
Much better.
Yep. Yeah, a fair bit better, I'd suggest too. The bounce down's ready. As the time clock gets started, the Bannockburn Sporting Trophy's time clock's underway, and the ball hits the turf. It doesn't really favour the ruckman at all, but it favours Nevada Cornwall. He gets it to the centre, hand pass to John Cousins, give it back there to Cornwall. Cornwall chips it back to Dave Rhodes, who marks defensive side of centre wing, wants to play on quickly, goes up the wood, Sharky O'Toole. He couldn't hold the mark, Ryan. That's Edgar out there, O'Toole on him now at the moment. Edgar slaps the ball towards the boundary line at half forward for Corio. And the boundary umpire has to come in and use all his great skill and put this ball back into play.
The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and all's well here at the Western Oval. Boundary throw in. This time Davey in front of Wilsons, who gets the ball back down towards the boundary line, looking there for his smaller teammate in Dave Cousins, but he couldn't find him, and it's again out of bounds.
Boundary throw in, taken out of the air by O'Keefe of Corio. Gets a hand pass back to Dave Cousins. Left foot kick into the forward line. Tykeman's got it out in front of Buck. He's inside 50. The angle's reasonable without being acute. He's not quite on boundary line. He's probably 10 or 15 metres in. And Wayne Tykeman using his strength there. Lovely kick from Dave Cousins on the left foot. Hit him right on the chest. And now Wayne Tykeman. He's got 2, I think. Has he, Ronnie? He has. He's got 2 goals already. He's certainly the target, the spearhead, the coach. He comes in and goes for goal. We'll wait on the goal umpire. Paul Baker's clapping already. It's home. It's another one. The Wayne Tykeman kicks his 3rd goal. And we play just about 2.5 minutes into this second quarter, and the break is a little bit larger.
Yes, certainly is, Cookie. And, well, great football again from the Corio captain, coach, in Wayne Tykeman. And he's kicked, let's have a look, their 7th goal.
He's kicked their 8th. They're on their 8-2-50 on the Landers Bull and Wisbowski Chartered Accountants. Second quarter scoreboard, Werribee Central's 2-2-14. The break's a little bit bigger. It's 36 points. And umpire Fanning recommences play back on the centre of the ground.
This time it favours the big fella Wilsons, who grabs it out of the air. Had it stolen from him by Robertson, whose hand pass finds Johnny Cousins. And look at him go, the racehorse. He has 1 bounce. He has 2. No one can catch him. He has 3. But he can't finish it off. Again, like before, he was travelling a little bit too quick and has kicked the point.
Well, just the one minor score. Great shepherd from Mark Brown enabled him to do all that bouncing. Great team play by that player, who played well in the first quarter also. As it looks like Gareth Bucket is bringing the ball back into play. His kick obviously targeted Vilchins. Robertson in from the side. Big Sugar Ray takes a beauty. Hand passes to O'Keefe as he hit the ground. O'Keefe into the forward line.
Too good.
And Wayne Tykeman leads out, takes the mark.
Far too good, Cookie.
No doubt about that. One about the effort from Ray Robertson from the side, and they're all going to tell him, because Vilchers looks set to mark the kick, and he came in from the side, tapped it away from him, caught it on the way down, and he still in the air, and hand passed to the run of O'Keefe. He found Tykeman. He comes in, can he kick his 4th goal? We've only played about 3 minutes into the quarter. Joel umpire leads back. Wayne Tykeman puts it through.
4 goals straight.
Jason Doherty just coming back with had some commitment since you've gone, Jason. Wayne Tykeman's kicked 2 goals.
Yes, as I was just mentioning then to somebody downstairs that the forward line options of Corio a little bit too much for Werribee Centrals at the moment, and on the scoreboard it shows 9-3-57, Werribee Centrals 2-2-14 on the Landers Bull and Wisbowski second quarter scoreboard.
We've got 3.5 minutes on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophy second quarter time clock. Roddy, they're on fire, the Corio Devils.
What's the margin, Cookie?
It's very large, and it's getting larger.
43 points.
You're going to give me that I told you so, I suppose. Vilchins goes up. It's knocked away by Johnny Cousins actually in there. In goes Jackson for the Centrals. Got a little hand pass out. Another one comes from Edgar. Goes to Vilchins in the centre. He straightens up and goes to the right foot along. Rhodes is sitting back under it. Smokes the cherry and takes the mark.
Yeah, great courageous grab with the flight of the football and committed his body, Dave Roach, the 99 Guernsey for Corio, and the half-back flanker just settles proceedings down, looking for an option up the ground. Nothing forthcoming. Taking plenty of time. now. Looks to go to the outer side of the ground. Oh, lovely kick too. It has picked out Dave Cousins, who lost the ball at the last minute in the sunshine. And unfortunately for the Corio side, it's gone out of bounds. Ball's about 60 metres from the Werribee Central goal, and it hasn't been down there that much this second quarter.
57 plays 14 on the Landers Bowes-Bowski second quarter scoreboard.
Vilchins gets the tap out of the ruck towards Edgar. It's across half-back. Dave Roach receives a handball from Cockrell. Straight across half-back towards grandstand side. Barry Delaney leads Mark Brown in the race to the ball. It's going to beat them both out over the line. And a boundary throw in about 50 metres around from the Werribee Central's goal.
And Jason, great to see the game settle down. There was a bit of a ruckus at the start of the game. The umpire, Murray Fanny, just bounced the ball, and there hasn't been much in it since.
No, Wayne Tyquin would have been telling his players to worry about the football. We see Vilchins has tapped it down to Tim Ellis. He's gone long towards the goal. McCone will see it over the line for a behind. 1-1 this afternoon for Tim Ellis. Tyquin would have been saying to these players not to get sucked in, just to play the football, and they've done so in the first quarter and a bit.
Dave Roach takes the kick in, finds Dave Cousins, who takes the mark, wants to play on his call to. Now he's thrown off it by Vilchins. Good umpiring for mine because he went. When he was caught, he looked back at the umpire and was told to play on.
Well, yeah, and you know, Dave Cousins said, what about my shoulder? Which was fair enough, I thought. Bit stiff, Dave Cousins, on that occasion.
Well, he's got it, the rebounding kick here as the ball was thrown back into play. Cousins, a little kick's okay. Swampy Marsh takes mark for Corio. Defensive side of the centre of the ground. He's got some runners. One of them there going down the ground. That was Dave Cousins again. Takes the mark, kicks in towards Tyquin. Doesn't bounce for him. Now he picks it up, the big fella. Spins around, has a left foot shot smothered there by Scott Johnson. Well played, Scotty Johnson. He ties the ball up at about the 45-metre mark up from Corio's goal. They've got 9-3-57. They're right on song today, Corio. And it's 2 goals, 2-14 to the Werribee Centrals on the Landers Bowes-Bowski second quarter scoreboard.
Tyquin now to do the ruck work against McClellan. He gets a good tap too towards the boundary line. It's going to beat Buck and O'Keefe over. About 20 metres around from the Corio goal. Just in front of the scoreboard here at the Western Oval. And Corio have a handy 43-point lead in the early stage of this second quarter.
Now, it looks like Tyquin again. McClellan and Sharky O'Toole comes in. Tyquin, no, trap the ball. O'Keefe off the ground. It trickles through, but it's the wrong side of the big stick. A minor score off the boot there of the forward in that occasion was Steve O'Keefe.
Kick in by Buck, comes grandstand side towards looking for McClellan. Johnny Cousins is there for Corio. David Cook mentions a push, but the umpire is not believing that. I'm sorry, Cookie. And a boundary throw in at 55 metres out, grandstand side. Standing there, McClellan. He comes over and just pushes Stephen O'Keefe, and that'll be a free kick to O'Keefe on 50 metres.
Well, Mick O'Toole was hoping for advantage. He was up and he was lining up on his lovely left foot too, but the ball had to come back to Steve O'Keefe. Yeah, one's got to say, if they can kick a goal in this forward foray, the Corio side, it's never over to the fat lady sings, Ronnie, but it's getting close. We're only just into the second quarter by about 7.5 minutes on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock. O'Keefe's kick is a long one to the goal square. Tyquin's up there, 2 Nevada Cornwall, fisted away by Brenton Vilchins, and it's gone through for a rush behind.
Yes, moves Corio now to 9-5-59. Werribee Central's 2-2-14. Second quarter, about 7.5 minutes gone. Is Gareth Buck now. Brings the ball straight down the corridor. Looks there for Timmy Ellis. It's off his hands. Darren Fraser, quick handball to Puppy Field. Ballfield was well collared. Likewise, Darren Fraser, loose ball spills where we see, well done, Barry Delaney. Kicks the ball short. O'Keefe could have marked it, but thought wiser, and he was looking for Paul Smith, actually, Delaney, but O'Keefe just chipped in the middle of them and, well, just happy to knock it out of bounds.
True centre wing position it is here, right in front of the commentary position. In front of us there, Mick O'Toole, Ray Robertson doing the ruck work. He comes from the side, wins the hit down, but it goes straight down the throat there of Darren Fraser, the dasher. Picks it up from centre wing, tumbles the punt in towards centre half forward. They haven't had anything there all day, and there's nothing there today either. And McCone takes a good mark for Corio. Just stands at centre half back, picks out his option. He goes for Sugar Ray Robertson, who goes up, and I don't know whether he attacked the ball that hard, but he's got away with it. The ball spills back into the centre. Spicer's hand pass out wide is okay. Who's that coming out of the ground? Edgar might have been. Right foot kick in towards the forward zone, but in front, McCone takes the grab again.
And Ballfield in the hands of the trainers, a very sick and sorry boy, I'd suggest.
McCone comes to the grandstand side looking for Mick O'Toole. Can't take the mark. Barry Delaney against him, close to the boundary line. Mark Brown will come over and see Barry Delaney and the ball over. And Paul Field is not looking too good in the hands of the trainers, just outside the centre square.
That was in that contest with Sugar Ray Robertson.
Yep. Boundary throw in. Fraser goes up early. Robertson will get a free kick, will he? No, it's going to be holding. Fraser.
Okay, well, I didn't pick that one, but Murray Fanning a little bit closer than what we are, and Murray's done a fair job so far.
Paul Field's up, Ronnie.
Well, yeah, he's up, but not feeling too good.
I think he'll come straight off the ground. The runner's out to him. Come and have a sit down for a while. Fraser.
Okay, Darren Fraser got around Mickey O'Toole on the mark comfortably, gained a good 10 metres up to the goal square, back of the pack, Luddy, quick hand, Spicer! Oh, David Roach there, lunging at the last line of defence. What a great effort, Brad Spicer, but didn't quite have enough carry on the footy, and Dave Roach just got a handle on it.
Robert Edgar coming back on for Paul Field.
And Roach kicks the ball back into play. Just a short one on that occasion. Finds Ray Robertson, who's playing well. He takes the mark. He goes across the ground to Mark Brown, who's still inside the 50. Takes the mark and plays onto that raking left foot. Chips it in towards the centre of the ground, and up goes down to McNamara. Another left footer takes the mark. Hand pass across to the runner Brown, who's kept coming. The left footers are teaming well. Left foot by Brown towards Davey at centre half forward, and he outmarks Johnson. He fires up the hand pass to O'Keefe, who's kept running. O'Keefe goes into the forward and looking for Tyquin. He taps it to Sharky O'Toole. A snap and goal on the left foot. He oh! Sensational goal.
O'Toole's second goal of the day, and good tap on by Tyquin there just to give it to Sharky on his left foot. And great run through the centre from Corio once again, Mark Brown.
Champagne football. Mark Brown just kept coming from the defensive side of half-back flank. He was 63 plays 16 on the Landers Bull-Wisbowski scoreboard, and he wound up kicking that ball at centre half forward. Just kept coming, Mark Brown. Great effort, son.
Okay, back to the centre of the ground, and 11 minutes gone of the second quarter, and gee whiz, 10-5-65, Corio lead. Werribee Central's 2-2-14, and in the off they go again, the Devils up to half forward. Good work, Mick O'Toole again, as it's just off hands out of bounds. Half forward, members side of the ground here at the Western Oval.
Steve O'Keefe just limping there, Ron. He's going to do the ruck work, though.
Wilson's too strong. Short kick, Brown, great shepherd, Mick O'Toole. Goes inboard now, looks for the leader of the band, Dave McNamara. Oh, Cousins caught one a bit high and will get the free kick.
No doubt about that. Just spun into that tackle there. As we see, this is John Cousins at centre wing, grandstand side of the ground. Wants to play on his court, and he tried to hit the man of the mark. Roland Beck did very well in that encounter. Covered him up and got the free kick. Hand passes it to the run there of Jackson. Brendan Jackson, right foot kick inside 50 towards Stretton. Fisting it away, Volano Semjeti with the back. He's Spicer at ground level. He paddles it in front of him. Rhodes steps in though. Does nicely, does Dave Rhodes, and heads for the boundary line. Out of bounds she goes. 25 metres around from the behind post. Werribee Central's in attacking badly in need of a couple of goals.
Very nonchalant there from Dave Roach, just doing it easy in the back line there. We've got a shot on screen of the crowd. Big crowd here at the Western Oval. Thrown in now by the boundary umpire. Cornwall in front gets a push from Stretton. It falls to Robinson. Gets his right foot to it. Which way is it going to bounce? Straight towards Paul Smith. Can't pick it up the first attempt. Taps it along towards Alice. But it'll beat him over the boundary line for a throw in.
When they've gone forward, Werribee, Ronnie, they've had to go around the flanks because they've got nothing much at centre half forward at the moment. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, fair to say. They've had that problem all season, and Robertson's given Wilson's one behind the ear. And I think you'll find he's being spoken to by Murray Fanning.
He ran off pretty quick though, Ray, didn't he? Okay, it spills back towards Edgar. He's inside 50. Can he pick it up? Brown plays a great tackle. Edgar got the hand pass away. Spicer tries to crash his way through. The umpire's found here that he's going to ball it up, I think. Rick Gavin was trying to crash his way through there too. And Ray Robertson, who's playing like a man possessed, was the one who laid the great tackle.
Oh, it was a top tackle, wasn't it? And threw him to the turf. And the Werribee Central player retaliated because it would have hurt Darren Fraser. An opportunity now from the handball from Scripty Q. It's a quick shot at goal, but it's well offline. And Stretton throws the ball. Now there'll be no score. Ricky Neville tackled him.
It'll be a point, Ron, but it'll be the fullback will kick it in from 50 metres out from the end of the square. So he's going to kick it from 60 metres out now.
Correct. It's sensational.
Yep. Just put that down as a rush behind, I think. But now, well, who's going to take
O'Toole.
Miko, he kicks it from forward of centre half back. He kicks it up towards the centre of the ground, looking for Sharky O'Toole. Couldn't hold the mark. McNamara's kick is smothered. O'Toole's wrapped up in a good tackle. Got the hand pass away. Here's Brendan Jackson. Works hard across half back. Gets it to his skipper in Vilchins. Brendan Vilchins chips it out wide. The kick too much carry. McCone the mark for Corio. Kicks it back towards half forward. Ashley Davey takes the mark just outside the 50. Now, Teichmann waits in the goal square. Davey elects to go short, and across it he finds Dave Cousins, who's had a very good quarter, and he takes the mark.
Okay, just keep an eye on Gareth Buck, because he's holding him all the time, Wayne Teichmann. So there could be a free kick down the ground any tick of the clock if the umpires pick it up. Now, more importantly, with the football, Dave Cousins. He'll be kicking from 45. Lead from Baker ignored. It's a lovely looking drop punt. Up to the teeth of goal. There's been a push
Free
there
kick to
on Vilsons, yes, and I think you'll find what a great effort though from Dave Cousins in that outer forward pocket.
He actually did touch the ball before it went through Vilchins, but was interfered with there. He takes the free kick, chips it into Roland Beck in the back pocket. Mark Brown stands the mark. It's still only 25 metres out from goal, if that. Now Beck elects to go with the right foot, grandstand side of the ground. Up they go, no mark taken, hand pass over the back. Who's this coming out of the fence? Smith is a nice kick too, and he finds his teammate there, Rick Govan, who takes the mark, and he hand passes it across to Fraser, put him under pressure. Fraser spun out of it, got it back towards Luddick, over the top of him goes Roach. Play on as the call, don't know about that one. And players come in and remonstrate a little. Johnny Cousins and Darren Fraser, not the best of mates. And Ronnie, I've got to tell you, Rick Govan, his wife is in hospital at this very minute, having a child.
Well, congratulations. Let's hope that it all goes well. As we see Scripticue at ground level, drive the ball forward. Stretton, who's been quiet. Oh, good work, Blado. Got rid of the football to McCone. He's collared with the ball. Let it go. Now Edgar picks it up, and he snapshots an absolute shocker on his left side of his body. And everything that Werribee Centrals are doing at the present time is just not coming off. No luck at all.
Also pressure from Corio too. The defence has been fantastic this afternoon. We see that Cockrell came off just before, and Michael Mostert came on for him, and Cocky didn't look too healthy. I think another injury. So he's off the ground. Dave Roach has got the free kick in the back pocket. Goes short to Mark Brown.
That was a bit touchy. I mean, it worked, but it could have been bad. Brown now breaks across where actually he got the ball from with a hand pass. Gives it back to Roach, who's now in the defensive goal square. He's tackled. He's good enough to elude a tackle or two. Get a kick out towards half back. The target and the mark out there taken by the Darren McNamara. Play on the call. Must have been touched off the boot. Hand pass from Cornwall. Gave it back to Sinjani. Runs from full back. Runs from half back now. Kicks it out towards Cousins. This is Dave Cousins. Gathers the football, decides to have a bounce there, runs around the far side of the ground, kicks the pass towards Teichmann, too much carry on it. Back at the back of the pack, Barry Delaney now playing in defence, forces the ball out of bounds, and a great move, Corio. Did they move the ball beautifully around that outer side?
Superb football, premiership football for mine, and they're really on top of the situation here at the Western Oval. Corio leading Werribee Centrals by 51 points. And we've travelled, gentlemen, 15 and a half minutes of the second quarter. Ball is about 25 metres from the Corio goal as the big ruckman centre half forward Darren McClellan has a spell, and Brett Membry comes on the ground for the Centrals.
Bounce down now, 20 metres out from the Corio goal, attacking the Church Street end of the Western Oval. Vilchins and Teichmann go up. Vilchins tries to get it at the third attempt, gets it only as far as Dave Cousins, falls to Fraser, back to Colin Fraser, back to Darren Fraser. The Fraser boys across half back. Darren now gets a kick towards the centre of the ground. Spicer's behind. Mostert in front. Holds his ground. Good tap away too. He's got Brown and Mick O'Toole. Brown, left foot kick long towards the tee of the goal. Sharky O'Toole, but coming over the top was Bretton Vilchins. He takes a timely mark.
Just lost his footing there, O'Toole. He was in front, but slipped at the crucial stage. Allowed Vilchins to take the mark. He chips it across the ground and Roland Beck running out of the back pocket. Marks at half back. Has a bounce. Sees Cousins coming, so he has to put it on the boot quickly. Up to the centre wing, and Luke Luddick takes a nice grab. Thought about going on with it and didn't do so. Wise decision as Mark Brown stands the mark. Covering some territory today, Mark Brown. Luddick now, left foot kick, close to the fence. Roach is up, off hands. He couldn't hang on to that mark. Stretton was the target. Roach slipping in front of him, and we just see Vlado Semjani there on screen with the full Stretton. A couple of tough men down there, Ronnie. Their bodies crunched. The whole place will move out here at the Western Oval.
Sure it would as well. Great work again. Robertson got it down to the ground. Mozart saw good tackle on Membry, but Cousins picks up the ricocheted football as he kicks to centre wing. Great courageous mark. And that hurt Paul Smith too from Werribee, but doesn't matter. Roland Beck takes a ripper. Goes inboard. Jackson plays on. Oh, where's he going? Well, he played on. The umpire called it.
And 50.
Oh, dearie me. Umpire Fanning Oh, dearie me. Well, is she called play on? My word, he did.
He called play on and then brought Jackson back and said that the Corio player, which was Dave Cousins, moved over the mark, 50 metres, and he's going to be 15 metres out directly in front, Brendan Jackson.
An important kick for the Werribee side. He's got to kick this to get them back into some sort of semblance of form, Ronnie. They've only got 2 on the board. Charity, they're shouting in front of us down here. Charity, they're saying. We'll wait and see if he can kick the goal first, Brendan Jackson. It might be a charity point.
Yeah, there you go.
It might be a charity point. And they're all shouting justice down here in front of us now. 1 point only on the board to Brendan Jackson. And, well, I tend to agree with the team of commentators down here in front of us, including Brian Coughlin. Good to see he's saved it up from East Belmont's reserve grade premiership win.
Yeah, certainly been a big couple of weeks for Brian.
Werribee, not too sure if he is saved, Rex. Just have a look at him.
Werribee Central's 2-6-18, Corio 10-5-65. Dave Roach ready to kick back in. That's the Landers Bull and Wisbowski second quarter scoreboard.
Yes, best tax accountants in Victoria, as we see now. Roach, lovely kick down the corridor. Every time they get the ball, Corio, they'll pick someone out. It's superb to watch.
Magnificent kick.
Cousins breaks clear. Look at this. Baker boy,
mark.
you can taste the difference. And that's
boy.
exactly what you can, because he's taking a screamer at centre wing.
He looks up the ground, and what does he see?
Sharky.
He sees O'Toole making the lead. He goes for him. He's outmarked on this occasion. Actually, it wasn't a mark. Spilt off hands there of James Ryan, who led him in the lead in the race for the ball on that occasion. It's gone off hands, boundary showing. It's in your visibility line, Jason Doherty, on Country FM. Give us a call.
Vilchins knocks O'Toole out of the way in the ruck contest. Nevada Cornwall at the bottom of the pack at half forward also. Good play by him, and also stripped a cue for Werribee Centrals. And we'll have a ball up at half forward. 10-6 plays, 2-4, 50 points of difference. Corio in front.
89.1 FM. Country FM is Country Footy.
Paul Baker and Vilchins go up. O'Toole, that's Mick. Looks for a handball back to Mark Brown. He's got him at half forward. He can set something up. He kicks straight across the ground. O'Keefe, he's going to have 2 to beat. Good play by Colin Fraser to knock it off, and good shepherd by Roland Beck. A free kick found, and it's going to be against O'Keefe for a high tackle on Roland Beck when he was shepherding there for Colin Fraser, and Beck will take the free kick at centre half back.
Yes, a little bit of misfortune there, Steve O'Keefe, but yet the shepherd, well, the tackle was high. Roland Beck just steadies proceedings, looks to the outer side. Rick Govan under pressure. Oh, Brett Membry should have marked it. Couldn't hold on to the leather. Dave Cousins scoops the ball out towards their goal. Looks for Steve O'Keefe. Boundary line beats all players, and we'll have another throw in between the outer side half forward flank and centre wing. Corio into attack.
22 minutes gone on the Bannockburns Pudding Trophy. Second quarter time clock. About 5 or 6 minutes away from half time, I'd suggest, as Vilchins takes it out of the air. Did he get tackled? He did. He got the hand pass away, though. Marsh works hard at the base of the pack. In goes Jay Cousins. Beat on this occasion by Paul Field. Got the ball out, but it's intercepted by Dave Cousins. Left foot kick in towards the 50-metre zone at half forward. No one at home. Scotty Johnson wrapped up. Got the hand pass away. It's spilled off Johnny Cousins. Over the top of him goes Jackson. Here comes Craig Marsh. Cleverly eludes Vilchins. Gets it onto his left foot and chips it brilliantly to Dave Cousins. It's actually, who is it? I'll pick him up, and it's Dashley Dave. He takes the mark. He kicks. He's hit the post. He's going to get another kick for mine.
Yes, Jock Ryan was a little bit indiscreet there on his tackle, a little late as he came in.
It wasn't actually a push. It was a bit of a whack in the back, really, more than the push. And Ashley Davey. What about the kick of Craig Marsh under enormous pressure? How did he get out of that?
Great vision. Great vision. He turned it around his body like anything around to Davey. Gave him a chance to run into goal, and he hit the post from the kick, but we'll get a free kick now for the push as he kicked it. So Ashley Davies kicked 2 goals 1 this afternoon.
Just to really rub it in, why don't they allow that point to stand and then give them another kick? I reckon that would be real justice.
Because it was as he kicked, not after it, Ron.
That's right. Davey has kicked a goal this time, and that's his 3rd this afternoon. So Wayne Tyquin has 4 goals and Ashley Davey has 3, and the forward line is functioning nicely for the Devils there. 11-6-72. They lead Werribee Centrals 2-4-16 on the Landers Bull and Wisbowski second quarter scoreboard.
Updating the AFL, and Richmond 1-6 to Essendon's 2-14.
So a close game in the AFL also.
Yeah, thank you very much, Shane Mathen, back at Country FM Studios, supporting GDFL and guest video here at the Western Oval. Bannockburn Sporting Trophy time clock in the second term, 23.5 minutes gone.
Up they go. Actually, Field might have got the knockdown there in the finish. It went his way. Jackson couldn't get out of the pack. Jay Cousins can. He's played a great second quarter. He's played a great game. He kicks it up the centre half forward. In front is Sharky O'Toole, and he was interfered with in that marking contest by Ryan, and O'Toole will take this free kick. He's just about within kicking distance for him because he's a long kick. The man on the mark stands about 46 metres out from goal. So Sharky's just got to go back and size up the options. He's taking his time. Corio have done this a bit today, Ron. They're not going to kick until they're ready.
Yep, certainly. That's good footy. They've got the footy. They can control it, which they've done all morning and afternoon.
Obviously his teammates believe he can nearly dob this because there's not much leading going on. They're conglomerating in the goal square. He slips over as he kicks. The ball tumbles into the goal mouth. Hand pass is okay. Comes out to Tim Ellis. He's going to relieve the pressure. He's got Edgar running with him, but he uses the foot and goes out towards Membry. McComb knocks the ball away. Here's Dave Cousins. Got it again out there on that far wing. He's made that wing his own. He tips it into the forward zone. Mark taken by Sharky O'Toole. Let's see if he can do a little bit better with this one.
Dave Cousins, how nonchalant. How nonchalant. Just with the one hand, picked it up as if it's his footy.
So Dave Cousins' wing on the outer side of the Western Oval this afternoon. He's cutting them to ribbons, and Sharky O'Toole's not having a bad game either. He's on the boundary line. He's about 25 to 30 metres out in front of the scoreboard on the outer side as we see Craig Marsh coming off the ground and Andrew Williams replacing him. O'Toole this time has split the middle. He's kicked it. Great goal.
That's his third.
What a great goal that is, because he's a left footer. He was on the left side of the big sticks. Pretty tight angle there too from that pocket.
Very tight angle.
He's just a marvel with the footy, isn't he?
Yeah. 3 goals this afternoon for Mark O'Toole. He joins Ashley Davey with 3 goals. And the Landers Bull and Wisbowski second quarter scoreboard. Corio 12-5-77. They lead Werribee Central's 2-4-16.
Hope you're enjoying the kick-by-kick description here at the Western Oval.
It's an avalanche. It's a blitzkrieg here at the Western Oval. Andrew Williams is on. He's gone straight into the centre to replace Marsh. Bounce down. Up they go. That was Cornwall actually doing the ruck with it. Got it out. Jay Cousins got a hand pass. Here's little Williams. Just come on the ground. Straightens up with the left foot. Goes long towards Tyke when Buck. Buck uses the fist well. Roving the pack as... That's Ashley Davey, got the kick smothered. The Baker boy picks it up. He straightens up, goes for goals. And touched by Gareth Buck. He did a good job to get back to that one. 1 point only.
So, good play by Gareth Buck to get back down the last line of defence to rush the ball through. Gareth Buck now will go down the middle of the ground looking for Bilchins. He's in front. Good play by Robertson to knock it away. Beck, good roving handball to Timmy Ellis. He tries to handball to Membry. He gets it back himself. Right foot kick towards half forward down the field.
Yeah, Mark Brown, little shifty one there after he got rid of it. Good call, umpire. And the umpire on that occasion was
Mark Nolan.
Mark Nolan,
yep. Paul Stretton was looking for a kick inside to Membry, but umpire Fanning said you have to come back and take the kick again. Just lining him up. He's about 40 metres out from goal. He pulls the socks up. He thinks he may have a go at it. 26.5 minutes gone, second quarter. Bannockburn Sporting Trophy's time clock.
Well, he's care to kick goals. He's got to kick these, Ronnie. Jason, he's got to kick it.
Yes, he does. He comes in right foot. It's a good kick off the boot and great distance as well. Straight through the middle. Paul Stretton first of the day.
Great kick, Paul.
And they need a few more from him. So, good play by Werribee Central through midfield. Timmy Ellis, instrumental in that goal, and Paul Stretton finishing it off. So, Werribee Central's kicked their third goal of the day. They're 3 goals, 6, 24.
Your scoreboard at the ground incorrect.
Right, 3-6-24 and Corio are 12-5-77, 53 points the difference.
Steve O'Keefe just going across to Mark Brown and telling him there's no need for that. We're a long way in front. You don't need to do those little things. Okay, out of the centre, Johnny Cousins has got it again. Kicks the ball out towards Ashley Davey. He's got opposition here from Scott Johnson. Davey, too good on this occasion, wins it. Taps it back into the path of O'Toole. He's claimed, pulled off the footy. Good enough to go and get it again. Sharky pushes, he kicks. Little left foot, one goes into the forward zone. Johnson got the hand pass away. They might get it out of here. They work it out to Ryan. He takes the ball, chips the ball back. Robertson up a good fist away there. The ball's almost a centre-half ball for Corio. Free kick here to the Centrals going the way, though,
Paul Field.
Of Field, and he takes that one for an over-the-shoulder tackle.
Yeah, lovely footy too. Goes out wide to Robbie Edgar at centre wing. He just chips it in there looking for the run of Cole Fraser on the ground for Centrals, but he can't control it. Got a bad bounce, and now Brendan Jackson picks it up, gives it to the run of the big fella, Brenton Wilsons, who thumps a long bomb up there looking for the big fella, Stretton. It's over his head. It's bouncing. I think it's been touched, though. It went right through the high diddle-diddle, but unfortunately for Werribee, it was touched in that last encounter, and 1 point off the boot of the captain coach of Werribee, Brenton Wilsons.
Landers Bull Wisbowski, second quarter scoreboard is close to half-time. It's 12-5-77. Corio, Werribee Central's 3 goals, 7, 25 points, and we play 28.5 minutes of the second quarter on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophy's second quarter time clock.
Dave Roach now to kick in. Comes to the grandstand side looking for Mostert. Oh, he puts one hand up, can't take the mark. Tries to handball to Williams, intercepted Alice is in there, also Cole Fraser for Werribee to bottle it up at the 50-metre line.
Yep, time clock ticking along, just into time on now in the second quarter.
Need a quick goal, Werribee.
They certainly do. Up they go, good work there, O'Keefe, and went very defensive. Also, Rick Govan was there.
You've just said they need a quick goal, and Jason agrees. I think they need a quick 6. Because 12 goals to 3, it's a fair margin, isn't it, in the grand final? Well, you never know what might happen. Up they go. Robertson doing well on the ruck. Knocks the ball to the turf. Picks it up again. Tumbles the punt towards centre wing. Edgar intercepts. Gets a hand pass to Smith. He's in all sorts of strife. Looks inboard. Who does he see? He sees Scott Johnson up from the back pocket. He takes it. Hand pass across to Roland Beck. He's up from the back pocket. They might have made some changes. Beck tumbles the ball into the forward line. Cousins almost a great diving mark. He's got support with McCone, who goes one way, goes the next. He completely bamboozled them all, and now he goes across the other side of the ground, looks for Nevada Cornwall, and hits him on the chest with a magnificent kick across the defensive halfback.
Yeah, great vision and great cool, calm, collected, calculated football for the Devils.
The old ice cream gave him the slip then, Roddy.
It certainly did, and Peter McCain's been quite steady in defence for the Devils here this afternoon, as likewise Cornwall up looking for Andy Williams, who was just happy to see it go over the line and
well done, Andy Williams. The kick wasn't too good. He was one out against 4 opponents there, but he said the boundary line will do, and he got up there. He's a little fella.
Certainly did.
Filchin's in front now, tries to take it out of the ruck, gets a quick left foot kick to it. Membry close to the boundary line. Mark Brown will see Membry, and now the ball over on the 50-metre line for Werribee Centrals.
12-7-79 on the Landers Bull Wisbowski. Second quarter scoreboard, that is Corio score. Werribee Centrals, 3 goals, 23 points.
Back into play. Scripter Q gets a hand to it. Ray Robertson gets it knocked out of his hands. He's about to kick. Membry or gets one high. No free kick. Vilchin's off the ground. Could have been another free kick. Umpire's letting it go. It's at 50. Umpire Nolan will come in now and bounce the ball.
Yes, play just gone a little bit flat at the moment. Werribee Centrals, it's on their forward line, but they just can't get that loose man effectiveness going as Wilson's trying desperately. Good work to Scripty Q. Jackson, left foot snap. The ball floats in the air. Stretton absolutely endowed with devil jumpers. Thumped away from him. Pack of players have formed about 20 metres from the Werribee Central
free kick
goal.
To Timmy Ellis. We're on. The siren's gone. I think Timmy's going to get a free kick out of this.
Yep, siren has sounded, and it could be on here.
And a bit of to-do on the ground. I reckon when this all settles, Tim Ellis will get a free kick just 12 metres out from goal directly in front. He's got the ball in his hand. He's pretty happy about that. He did well. He actually held the ball up there and must have got one a bit high because he's beset us upon by 3 or 4 Corio Devils. And Ellis will go back, and the siren has gone for half-time here at the Western Oval. But the score's not wrapped up yet because Ellis comes in to kick this one. Straightens up. Oh, the umpire's moved a fair way to his left-hand side. He might have stuck it in. He has. Yes, it's a goal.
Timmy Ellis kicks his second and a very vital 4th goal here for the Werribee Central side. And a quick check of the scoreboard. My calculations are it should be 4-7. 4-7-31, Werribee. And I believe that the Corio side have kicked 12 goals 6. 12 goals 6-78, the scoreboard should be. But we'll check that at half-time with the goal umpires, and I'm sure they'll correct the scoreboard here at the ground. But goal kickers up to half-time, gentlemen.
It's an 8-goal margin, Ronnie, near enough to Werribee Central. The 2 Corio. Werribee Central's goal kickers, Paul Stretton got 1, Paul Smith 1, and Timmy Ellis has kicked 2 of their only 4 goals, whilst for Corio, singles to Paul Baker and Darren McNamara. He'll cherish that one for a long time. And multiple goal kickers, 3 goals to Mark O'Toole, 3 goals to Ashley Davey, and 4 goals to Wayne Tykewood at full forward. If he keeps that up, he's going to kick 8 for the match, and that gets you close to a best on ground.
It certainly would. So at half-time, Corio leading quite convincingly in the Division 1 Grand Final for the Geelong District Football League in 1995. We'll go back to